Everyone. So today we are going to study about the corrosion property of metal. You know that corrosion is a chemical process and it is done on the surface of metal. Corrosion is also a process which is carried out in the presence of water vapors and in the presence of oxygen. So corrosion of metal is a chemical process, and this corrosion, in this corrosion, the metal get converted to its oxides, hydroxides, and sulfide. You know that rusting of iron is also called corrosion, and rusting of iron is accelerated highly when the amount of water vapors in the atmosphere and the amount of carbon dioxide, along with some salt solution, if these components in the atmosphere are more, the corrosion process will be more. And aluminum also undergo an oxidation reaction, because corrosion is an oxidation reaction, but aluminum does not oxidize and corrode as quickly as its reactivity suggests. That means that corrosion also shows some corrosion property, but it forms a thin layer on the surface which acting like a barrier between the atmosphere and the metal to protect it from the further corrosion. On the other hand, there are some other elements are also there which shows the same property, that is a lead, which corrode to form a white lead oxide or carbonate, and copper also corrode to form a basic green carbonate. The compound formed on the surface do not flake off, do not turn off very easily, as we can take out the oxides of iron after corrosion. That is also called as a ferrous oxide. So that ferrous oxide we can remove, that is in a form of powder. With the help of any sandpaper we can remove, but in case of copper we cannot do this, because this corrosion process on the copper will not be flake off very easily. There are some non-reactive elements like gold, platinum, mercury, which do not corrode and are regarded as a non-metal or noble metal. So silver does not get corrode easily in unpolluted air, but however in polluted air it reacts with sulfur and sulfur compounds, and it forms a black color coating, which is also called as silver sulfide. Gold and platinum do not corrode, therefore it is used widely in making jewelries and ornaments, and it gives us shining property for a long time, and for the long time and years. Prevention of corrosion, that means there are some steps which we can adopt and to protect the metal from corrosion. So what are these corrosion? What are these steps? The steps are, that is, the first one is a barrier protection. Barrier protection, that in the same way what we have seen in the aluminum, that is, it forms thin oxides of layer which further protect it from the corrosion. And also we can protect the metal by painting it, because this corrosion process is carried out on the surface of metal. So if the surface of metal is protected somehow, the corrosion will be stopped. Second is sacrificial protection. Sacrificial protection, that means whenever a least reactive metal is combined with the most reactive element, so that most reactive element will be corroded, most reactive element will be quickly carried out this chemical process, oxidation reaction, and it protect the least reactive element. This is also called the sacrificial protection. Alloying is also the next step, that we can protect the element, we can protect the metal which is very reactive by making alloy. That means a mixing of two or more elements in a definite proportion to form a desired characteristics. The next step is galvanizing, that means a coating of one metal on the other element. So coating of iron or steel with a thin zinc layer is also called as galvanizing, and this layer is produced by electrolytic or deposition on the other metal. So zinc preferentially corrode or oxidize to form a zinc oxide layer of that zinc that does not flake off easily. That's why it is used to be galvanized on the other metal. because there are some element which corrode very quickly and which is flecked out of the element, which is flecked of the surface very easily. That's why we can use that element which cannot be flecked out on the surface, which cannot be turned out from the surface very easily. The next step is electroplating. Electroplating is done in the presence of one solution, when in the presence of two electrodes, one is kept as a positive, one is kept as a negative electron. So the metal which is to be electroplated on the other element is kept as a positive electrode, and the metal which is to be done for electroplating or on which the coating is done, that is termed as a negative electrode. Like there are some elements, for example tin, chromium and nickel. These are the elements which shows very least reactivity, very least chemical process or very least corrosion property. That's why it is used to electroplated on the other element. The next step is also called as the anodizing. Anodizing is nothing just the example what we have seen in the earlier, that is a process of making aluminum oxide in the surface of aluminum, that is also called as the anodizing process. So this is also called, these are some of the steps which we can adopt and to protect from the corrosion. Alloy. What is mean by alloy? Alloy is a mixture of homogeneous mixture of two or more elements with a definite property. For example, brass, solder and stainless steel. So by making alloy of a desired characteristics, by making alloy or by combining of two or more elements in definite proportion, we can get a desired characteristics of the element.